There are days you wake up with a heavy heart for no clear reason. Just a car horn, a careless word from a colleague, or a small incident on the road is enough to turn you into a completely different person. A person who is gruff, volatile, and in that impulsive moment you destroy everything. You say toxic words, you commit actions that only 10 minutes later, when the storm passes, you realize a painful truth. No one hurts you more than you hurt yourself in a fit of rage. Hello, I am Tuệ An. Welcome to Insightful Journey. I have a friend named Hum, a very talented man but with a temper as volatile as a lurking fire. Work pressure, family burdens, plus a little fatigue, all piled up like an overflowing cup. That afternoon, Hung had just arrived home after a long day battling stressful meetings. His son, a 5-year-old boy, was playing and accidentally spilled a cup of orange juice on Hung's brand new white shirt. Everything happened too fast. Hung looked down at the sprawling orange stain, and the broken cup felt like the last straw. "What the hell is this? Can't you see I just got home from work? You can't even handle a simple game?" The boy was terrified, bursting into sobs. His wife rushed over, also losing her composure. "Would you just stop? He's a child." "What do you know? I'm so exhausted." Hung slammed the bedroom door shut, leaving behind the sound of crying, a deeply hurtful silence, and a complete mess. 15 minutes later, after changing his shirt and as his anger cooled, he stepped out. He saw his son sitting in the corner, clutching his toy. His wife was on the sofa, her face devastated. He couldn't remember the last time his family had a peaceful evening. The broken cup could be replaced, but the crack in his son's heart and the coldness in his wife's eyes could not. Hung asked himself, "Why have I become this kind of person?" The overarching message I want to share today is this: the greatest destruction does not come from others, but from letting negative emotions control our behavior, especially anger. Anger is not a core nature, it is a programmed reaction. Neuroscience calls it the hijacking of the limbic system, the emotional part of the brain. When we get angry, the amygdala, the danger alarm center, activates. It is many times faster than the prefrontal cortex, the area that handles logic, reason, and impulse control. Simply put, when you are angry, your brain is in survival mode, fight or flight. It doesn't have time to think, it only has time to counterattack. That is why in a moment of fury, we become ignorant, because we have turned off the most intelligent, rational part of ourselves. We always talk about controlling anger, but there is one truth few dare to accept. We are not angry at the event, we are angry at our own helplessness in the face of that event. And sometimes, we are angry because we absorb the negative energy of others, then unconsciously bring it home to poison the ones we love most. Hum's outburst, or yours, was not caused by the orange juice. The cup was just the excuse. The root lies in 3 things, which Buddhism calls the 3 poisons: greed, hatred, delusion, and psychology calls unmet needs and false identification. We are angry because things are not as we want them to be. Hung was angry because he craved absolute peace after a long workday. That rage was a deep disappointment when his need for respect and rest was violated. The common mistake: we identify ourselves with roles. I am a good husband, father. I am an excellent employee. When provoked, that desired self is threatened. Hung was angry because he thought, "Why do I try so hard and no one understands?" Anger is a form of toxic self-medication. Do you believe it? When we erupt, the brain releases adrenaline, creating a temporary feeling of power and release. But this is a false release, like a spiritual drug. It doesn't solve the root problem. It only shifts the pain from the internal to the external, making those around us suffer and leaving us to face the regret and karma later on. Applied Buddhism teaches that everything is impermanent. A dirty shirt or a thoughtless word will pass. Anger is the delusion that occurs when we cling to a certain should-be state. We react to what has happened instead of accepting it as a natural part of life. You say you are affected by the negative energy of others. That is true. Energy is contagious. But the law of cause and effect, karma, doesn't just apply to others. It applies to you. The cause, action. You accept carrying negative energy from the external environment into your body. The effect, result. You unleash it on your loved ones, damaging your relationships and your own peace. The applied solution. We cannot control the actions of others, but we can absolutely control the gateway into our own mind. We have the right to choose not to identify ourselves with the anger. But there is one truth few dare to accept. Sometimes we are the only ones who truly hurt ourselves the most. The solution is not to suppress the anger, but to create a gap between the stimulus and the response. Here are 3 simple practical steps you can practice right when you feel the storm beginning to brew. Step 1. Separate yourself. Do not identify with the anger. The moment you feel angry, take this small action. Acknowledge. Silently say to yourself, "This is anger. It is not me." Create distance. Name it. The anger is arriving. Naming it helps the prefrontal cortex reactivate, draining energy from the amygdala. Small physical action. Take 1 step back, or simply bend down to pick something up. This physical action helps break the impulsive reaction cycle. Step 2. Breathe across the boundary. When angry, your breathing is short and fast. Do the opposite. Practice the 4-7-8 breathing technique, simplified to deep inhale, hold, slow exhale. Inhale. Breathe deeply, bringing oxygen to the brain. Hold. Hold briefly. Exhale. Breathe out slowly and long. This action activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the system for relaxation and recovery. It quickly helps you switch from fight mode to calm mode. Do this 3 times. Step 3. Self-inquiry. Change perspective. After calming down a little, ask yourself one simple but profound question. If I react based on this anger, what is the worst thing that will happen? This question helps you see the consequence before sowing the seed. It shifts the focus from volatile emotion to reason and responsibility. Remember Hung's story. The worst thing was hurting the people he loved most and having to live in regret himself. Anger, like a fire, burns the enemy first, but ultimately consumes the one who lights it. Hung learned that. Everything external is impermanent. Nothing is eternal. No one was born to please him, and he doesn't need to please everyone else either. Peace is not the absence of anger, but the ability to not let anger control you. You were not born to please the world. You were born to become the most peaceful version of yourself. Learn to turn those impulsive moments into the deepest moments of mindfulness. If this video helped lighten your heart a little, leave a like so I know my effort is useful. Let me know what you took away from this story in the comments. If you find peace here, subscribe to join me on this healing journey. Remember, I am still here if you need me.